What's up, Facebook? I'm driving, so I figured I'd give you guys a call. I don't drive too much anymore, but or I'd give you a video. So let's talk about the market shifting. So I think that's important. And cue George Beatty's what's that little meme he has of me talking about cycles. So I'm not exactly going to talk about cycles. What I would like to talk about is kind of what we just went through in the market and where we're potentially going. And I think it's, something everybody should consider in real estate, in stock market. Really important, right? So if you guys remember, some of you may, some of you may not, last February or March, I had I was looking at the markets. I also, not just in the real estate market, but I pay very close attention to the stock markets and the charts. And there was a very distinct, specific area or line that I said, hey, if we attack those February lows from last year, I had told everybody about 6 or 8 months ago, I said, look out for some real turbulence in the market. Well, lo and behold, starting in September of 2018, we made a super hard charge at that line from February back when, and when we got there, the markets went to war. We had this huge catastrophic December, the worst, I guess, since the Great Depression, and then the plunge protection team was initiated, and we all of a sudden had the biggest rally ever in January. So I can say this, I don't, there's a few more hurdles that we have to clear in the market to make this be considered a correction versus crash. There's a difference. So, when you're in a correction, you don't really know truly confirm it's a correction until it goes back through the market highs. So everybody in real estate, everybody in the stock markets, the bigger fish, the bigger players are waiting to see if this goes through, basically back through the highs of the stock market, right? And then you go, okay, it was just a correction. And if it goes back down through the lows of December, it's not a correction, that is a crash, and we'll all know. So I'm not here to really talk about the cycle end of it. I can say that we're in a waiting period. The entire market's in a waiting period. Nobody knows what to make of it. If I had to hedge my bet a little bit, and just because I'm an underwriter and I always think the world's going to end, you're looking at a situation where we had the biggest rally ever in January and nothing really changed in the market. So what caused that rally, or what fixed the correction? There was nothing fundamentally sound about it. So, but I don't know. You don't know until price tells you. So, but it doesn't really matter. You have things going on right now that you adjust either way, right? All the biggest players in our space have made it through different cycles, and they've been through tops, they've been through bottoms. Most of them timed both of them correctly, or the top and the bottom correctly. But we're always shifting and always adapting, and I think that's the nature of this video, is understanding how to adapt to a market in front of you. So different portions of the cycles of a market are going to be certain things are more susceptible, or certain opportunities arise in different ways. So right now, everybody wants to let the good times roll. Anybody and their mother can make money in this market in real estate. If you're not making money in this market in real estate, you might want to think about a different profession, honestly, because it is the easiest thing to do right now. It's when the market moves on you and shifts on you, you have to go find opportunity and really cut costs. So and trim the fat. That's kind of when you see certain companies won't make it because they got a little too excited and too fat and happy during a run up. So in 2008, I can remember that was when I had originally got into this. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, man. How's it going? I hope that you got that hoodie. But we had, 2008 is when I got into this game, and I had built a wholesaling business. A lot of people maybe watching this are wholesalers. Myself and my partner, we had built this wholesaling business. Wholesaling, I don't know, a couple hundred properties a year. It was a lot at the time. We weren't making the kind of money guys and girls are making now. But it was, that's how we got our start in it. But we were at the bottom of the market, and that was what was needed, was the big players wanted to come out and buy. Then that shifted into property management. We built that company and sold it, and eventually into lending is what I do now. But along the way, you adapt, because the market's always shifting under your feet. The biggest news in real estate right now is, in our area for sure, is Mike McCann switching over to KW, right? That is a huge shift in localized market in Mike's space. Mike is his own market. The guy's like his own aircraft carrier, right? So you take a guy like that, and he doesn't survive by outsmarting us. He doesn't survive by, he is consistent and he adapts through every cycle. Like, he'll tell you the same thing. He's just gonna say, I adapt, I'm thankful, and I'm consistent. And all the big players do that. So I would say, whether you want to believe we're at the top, or bottom, in the middle of a correction, about to go see a crash, about to go see new highs, be aware of where we may be in the cycle, but understand that you have the faith in whatever you're doing, that you're going to adapt. It's when you're a one-trick pony. It's when you think you know it all. I definitely, have a good bit of experience, and most of what the experience has taught me in this game is that I do not know it all, and I'm always like thinking and prepared, and maybe I didn't know that, maybe I knew this, maybe whatever it may be, because I always have to be ready for the market to shift underneath me and then adapt with it. So that's at least how I kind of go about my day and my business. But I would hope that most people do, and the people that don't, and I saw people in 2008 that got crushed, absolutely hammered by the market itself, but they came back. A lot of them did come back, got back on their feet later in the cycle. Anybody can do that. So if you don't survive the cycle and you get in trouble, the one thing you can do is learn from what didn't work and decide if you want to get back in there. A lot of times you have to dig deeper than you ever wanted to, or ever planned to succeed. So don't be afraid of the market shifting. Certainly don't be afraid of it. It's concerning when it's just easy to make money right now, but you can't be afraid of it. You've just got to be ready to adapt. And when you adapt, that's how you turn into the Mike McCanns and the Richard Allers and the Alan Doms. Those guys adapted. They had tough times. Every one of them has had tough times. It wasn't just a smooth, straight up arrow. So make sure you're considering the ability to adapt. Don't be afraid of the market shifting. Be aware it's definitely changing under our feet, and good luck with it. So I don't know, next time I'm driving, maybe tonight, I'm going to a presentation in North Jersey, and for some hard money lending, and see what that crowd's like. I'm sure we'll be on a little bit later, but that's my rant for the moment. Maybe for the day, maybe for the week, for maybe the month. I don't know. Catch you guys later. Thanks.